Hey there. So I'm still working on my Nova here. 71 Chevy Nova. Getting ready for the power tour, which is coming up, and we're down to a couple of weeks now. So one of the things I wanted to do was adding tunes to the car. There's an AM radio, which is stock. Doesn't make any noise. I don't know what the issue is, but that's pretty much useless anyway. I'm not looking to be doing talk radio on a 2,500 mile drive. So my idea is to just get a amplifier that has a built-in Bluetooth receiver, whatever it's called, and then just connect my phone to it. So it'll be a Bluetooth amp, and I'm going to put two 6x9s in the rear tray, package tray, where they originally would go. I guess if you ordered a stereo radio, the cutouts are already there. And then there's the speaker in the front dash. They sell these dual channel 4x10 speakers that fit in that front spot, so you can have the two front channels going there and the two rear to the 6x9s. So I ordered up some stuff, and in this video I'm going to show you how I will install the speakers and wire up the amp, and hopefully everything works out with that. In order to get that rear package tray out, the back seat has to come out, and the first thing you have to do is get the lower seat out. There's these attachment brackets here. There's a bar underneath the seat. You have to push it back and out of here to release it, both sides. And then now the seat back has two screws, one here and one on the other side. All right, after the two screws come out of the bottom, then there's these hooks up here where you just kind of lift the back part of the seat up and over these hooks, and then you're out. I really don't like doing this kind of stuff. It is not fun. So now this thing seems to be glued down, which I wasn't really expecting, but what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to cut holes in this for the speaker grills and then cover it with the speaker cloth to hide the speakers. I'm really not happy with how brown this cloth is. I might try to paint it or something, like a more tan color to match everything else. See if I can find anything. So so I had to take the side door card off. I'm trying to do it with just one. I might have to take the other one off. Maybe I can sneak it out. Before I do though, I went in the trunk and I went underneath and I marked, because there's already cutouts in the metal under there. So I just went with a Sharpie and marked where those speaker cutouts are on the bottom of this board, so I know where to make the cuts. All right, got it out. I just had to cut. There was like these little lips on the side that went up behind the sail panels. Can't really see it. Had to cut them out. I didn't want to take the sail panels out. They seem to be glued in and I don't want to destroy them. There's some dried up insulation under there, but I can find something to replace that. But there's the speaker cut out over there. All right, to get the speaker mounted, which I did to one side, the speakers that I got came with these, and they probably would have worked, but I found in my stash I had these, which are a tight, they're a tighter fit to the sheet metal. And there's already these holes, there's 4 holes, and they were in the exact right spots. The screws they give are longer because they're supposed to go into the grills on top, which I'm not doing, at least I'm trying to avoid. So I found I had these screws a little bit shorter. So very easy. Got the 4 screws in. And if you ever wanted to take it out and return it back to completely stock, you could. Nothing's been drilled, nothing's been cut, nothing's been hacked. There's the other one. And yep, I can put this one in now. Just cutting out the marks I made with the utility knife. It's a little tedious to go through around and around several times before it comes through. And then, yeah, make the holes and then see how I'm going to cover it with the cloth. There's this trim piece that's attached, and you know, I thought it was going to come off, but I'm trying to figure out how to tuck the fabric under so I have a clean edge. I tried to cut a straight line with my regular scissors and it got all messed up, so I've got these fabric scissors, see if I can make a nicer cut, and then I will use the spray glue to glue it down. Trimmed it again, it's a little bit better. I put this spray on glue on that leading edge. This is the stuff I had. Really regretting doing all this. This is not worth it. You can get these rear trays with the speaker holes already pre-drilled in them for like, I don't know, 50 bucks or something. I should have just bought a new one. Spending hours and hours on this. I had to buy the fabric. I would have had to buy the spray, the adhesive spray, if I didn't have it. And then I just went and got some tan spray paint, which doesn't even really match. But I don't know. I guess I'll try it. It kind of matches the seats. Just want to get this over with. So I painted a little test spot and not really happy with the way it looks. It's kind of blotchy and uneven. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. I might just leave it brown. It's not really what I wanted, but at this point, I don't know if I want to risk making it look worse than it already is. It's okay. It'll do. I mean, I guess I accomplished what I wanted to because you can't really see the speakers. The speakers are hidden, so not too bad. To mount the amplifier, I'm going to use these existing holes, and I'm going to make a little mounting board to screw the amp to, which is a piece of wood that I had, and I just spray painted it black, and then using this paper I made a template of where the holes are to transfer them onto the board. I was trying to find a screw that would fit in the existing holes, and nothing would fit, so I ended up having these small bolts which I was able to fish in from the top, so they're coming down, so they're going to be like studs to mount the board. And now I'm going to mount the amp to the board. The issue is just, of course, the screws they give you are like crazy. They're either too short, too long. I need something like this size, but they only gave 2 of those. So again, now I'm spending a lot of time searching around for screws that will fit. I just ended up using these little, I had these plastic washers as a little standoff. Let's say, you know, a little airflow in there for cooling. That allowed the long screws to fit. I've got the nuts all on, so it's mounted. Next is the wiring. So I had run the wire to the front for the front speaker the other day. That'll be this. These back speakers didn't come with wires, so I'm gonna have to make something for that. And then I have to run the power. Oh, I've also got this blue wire here that I ran to the front dashboard. This will be keyed 12 volts. That will turn it on, and then the main power wire will run to the battery in the trunk. This is all getting very tedious. I really don't like doing this kind of stuff because, I mean, I could just slap it together, but then that looks horrible. I'm trying to do it right, do it neatly, and I'm like in and out of the trunk 45 times. Every time I need a screw, it's too short, it's too long. The wiring, so I've got the yellow power wire. I still have to make the terminal in here. The blue is the keyed 12 volt that I have to find a 12 volt keyed source up in the front by the dashboard. I'm about to connect that. I got to do the black round wire, and then the rest I think is really mostly just the speaker wires. So slowly but surely getting there. I got the back speakers hooked up. I unplugged the original radio, which doesn't seem to work, but the power 12 volt key on wire that's going to it has 12 volts. So this is the blue trigger wire. I'm going to see if I can connect to the Bluetooth. See if the amp comes on. Oh, Boss Audio. That should be it. All right. Connected. Okay, it's playing. Not bad. Sounds decent. Maybe hard to tell on the video, but this is as loud as it gets. That's not going to cut it. It's barely adequate with the car off. I don't understand. I plugged in the controller and it's at the max. On like 1 to 10 volume, this would be like 5. Great, so I just wasted the whole day installing this stupid thing that had like thousands of great reviews on Amazon. Shows you what that's worth. 500 watts, high output. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is more like 5 watts. So I got the second amp delivered. Now this one is a little bit bigger, definitely heavier. It looks more like a traditional amp. It's got, you know, it just looks a little bit more legit. Meanwhile, this one is cheaper than the first one I got. I wasn't trying to get the cheapest one. I was trying to go by the reviews, but I guess I missed. There was a couple of really negative reviews about this one not having enough power. So of course this one had a bunch of wires, like a harness. This one doesn't, so now probably some of the wiring connections I made are going to be a little bit too short to reach this, so I'll have to work that out. Definitely the power wire is going to be short, but I think it will fit on the same mounting board that I made. We are done in the trunk. I got everything all wired up, secured, tied up out of the way, and next will be crawling under the dash to try to replace the front speaker. This is the new front speaker I ordered. It's a 4x10 made by Custom Auto Sound, and it's got this bracket on it which is supposed to attach it to the factory hole, screw, whatever, under the dash. So we're about to find out. The speaker is in. The old one really fought me coming out. It was getting snagged on everything. Ended up taking out the ashtray and was able to get it out through this hole. Couldn't get it out into there. So everything is connected now, I think. It should work. pin. All right, I'll find the pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. This one might have even lower volume than the last one. Anything coming out of the front, it's just really, really low. Oh man, this sounds terrible. This is horrible. I'm gonna have to dig into this a little bit more. This could be my second amp that's a bust. Okay, so I was having a problem with the gain. I couldn't get the volume to be right. I found that I had reversed the polarity on one of the front speaker terminals. Once I fixed that, now I'm able to get the volume down to 0. First step up from 0. Still kind of loud. There's seems to be 2 gain knobs, one for the rear, one for the front. I think if I keep playing around with them, fine-tuning a little bit, I could probably get a little bit better, but it does get very loud. Probably as loud as I'd ever need it to be, so I think it's actually going to work out as long as the amp doesn't crap out. I think we might be okay. This gain control is for the front speaker. This one is for the rears. Another thing that I found was if you go into your Bluetooth settings and you click on the eye, you can select the device type. This was defaulted to, I don't know, I forget what it was, headphone or something. So I checked car stereo, and now I have better control of the volume. That actually helped. That probably maybe would have helped with my first amp, I'm not sure, but it's much better now. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up now. We've got our music. Hopefully it's good enough for what we need on this trip, and I don't know. We'll see how this new amp holds up. I thought I had a 2 bad amps. It seems like the second one is okay. It's really not the greatest quality. It's a little shaky, but I don't know. Things are not like they used to be. You could buy any cheap amplifier back in the 90s and it would work great. Now everything is messed up. That's just the way it goes. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm completely shot. I've been doing this all day. I'm just gonna clean up and call it a night. Thanks for watching. See you next time.